Did you know that it is very dangerous to release your unwanted pests such as the rabbit, hamster to the environment that they are not supposed to be? These pet or introduced species which may be adapted so well to the environment and disturb the ecosystem is known as the invasive species. According to the Convention on Biological Diversity, invasive species is defined as a species, subspecies or lower taxon that are introduced outside its natural path of present distribution. All invasive species are introduced species, but not all introduced species are invasive species. There are 4 steps of biological process of colonization, which are introduction, establishment, spread, and naturalization. In short, there are 3 ways of introduction of invasive species, including natural pathway, global trade, and deliberately. Most of them are mainly attributed to globalization because of the expanding global trade and cross-boundary activity allow the transport of species to various parts of the world, including Malaysia. It has great effect on human health, biodiversity, and economy. According to experts from 80 countries, during a United Nations conference in 1986, they conclude that invasive species is a major threat to biodiversity conservation and probably the greatest threat after habitat destruction. So now I'm going to explain the effect of the invasive species to the biodiversity. Basically, plasticity is the key factor for the introduced species to invade successfully. So, what is plasticity? Plasticity is defined as the ability of the species to alter its growth form to suit the current condition. They can harm the current condition in 2 ways, both directly and indirectly. For directly, they prey and compete with the nature occur species for resources such as the food and breeding site. Besides that, they also harm in directly way. They alter the habitat in modifying ecosystem processes such as hydrology, fire regime, and nutrient cycling. Invasive species affected nearly every ecosystem that exists on the earth. It also affected threatened species, included 30% of threatened birds, 11% of threatened amphibians, and 8% of threatened mammals. So, I want to use this as the example. Water hygiene, or its scientific name is Eichhornia crassipes, is the world's worst problematic water weed. This plant is known as Keladi bunting in local. So this plant is not original from Malaysia and it is original from South America. This plant or Keladi bunting is introduced in Malaysia or most countries as ornamental species due to its colorful and beautiful flower. The Keladi bunting has very fast growing rate. It can double its population in 12 days. So this will cause this plant to create shading, hence blocking the river transportation, and lastly causes the reduction or elimination of other species. Hi, now I'm going to explain the effect of the invasive species on human health. So I'm going to use this example as in my explanation. So Aedes aegypti is very common in Malaysia, but it is not originated from Malaysia. It is originated from tropical Africa and is introduced to Malaysia via India at the turn of the 20th century. It also acts as a biological vector, which means the disease agent develop or multiply inside the vector. So, Aedes aegypti spread diseases such as dengue, and this is the fact of the dengue back in 2019. Besides that, Aedes aegypti also spread Zika and chikungunya. Although this species is very dangerous in Malaysia and very common, but it is not listed in the top 10 dangerous invasive species in Malaysia. So this is the list lah. Invasive species affected all sectors, included agriculture, forestry, fishery, marine, and animal all around the world. Agriculture sector is the most affected sector due to the spread of diseases through bacteria, viruses, and mycoplasma. For example, is the beet armyworm, which also known as the Spodotepra asigua. This worm is native in Asia, particularly in Southeast Asia. It is spread worldwide, including in subtropical, tropical, and temperate regions. It is the pest for various types of crop, included brinjal, chili, onion, crucifer, and legume. The next example is papaya ring spot virus. This virus is originated from South America, and Taiwan is the first country infected in Asia, followed by Philippines. Farmers choose to move from the affected area to new area to continue grow the crop in order to eliminate the virus. The last example given is citrus greening disease, which caused by the bacterium. This bacterium is originated from China. This disease seriously affects the citrus production in Asia, including Malaysia. A heavy use of pesticides causes the environment to be contaminated, hence invasive species has caused economic loss of estimated $1.4 trillion USD worldwide per year.